Hi, I'm Michael with Engearment, and we are here today at Meier Skis with Michelle. Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming down.
Absolutely. Good to see you again. Wanted to ask you a few things and love to hear just a little bit more about what you do here, what Meier Skis does, and what you have going on.
So I am the marketing director here, which involves many hats. But what Meier does, which is much more exciting than what I do, is we make eco-friendly high-performance skis, and the elevator pitch is we're striving to make the world's most eco-friendly high-performance skis. Ski making inherently is not an eco-friendly process. There are adhesives, there are a lot of materials that come together, but we really try to examine every point in the ski making process and say, what can we do better? And part of that is not sacrificing performance for eco-friendliness. We had, for example, a hemp material we tested in place of fiberglass, and we thought, oh, cool, this would be rad. And it did not ski well. So we can't do that. We can't swap out a material in the name of eco-friendly if it doesn't perform well. But some measurable steps that we have made successfully is the use of beetle kill pine in our ski core. And when you're driving up 70, well, you guys are skiing today, you see those big swaths of dead forest where that Japanese beetle has devastated that area and created a wildfire risk. So by harvesting that dead tree and giving it a second life in the form of skis, we're not only helping mitigate wildfire risk, but we're also returning that tree to the mountain in the form of skis, which is really neat. We use a bio-based epoxy, so plant-based, instead of a petroleum epoxy. So when we're back in the factory in a little bit, you'll not have that terrible caustic smell. It's a very nice environment. It's made by the folks at Entropy Resins, Super Sap. So those are giant barrels of epoxy, which normally smells terrible. And we also use a clear top sheet to show off the beauty of the natural wood core, which is a quality differentiator. Some skis are made with a styrofoam core or other components. So we show off that beautiful wood core there. And then it also helps use less ink, which is not an environmentally friendly product. And another quality measure is keeping the ski in play for longer. Skis are not recyclable. It's too many materials pressed together. So by sublimating the ink to the underside of this texture nylon top sheet, that means if a kid skis over your brand new custom widespread panic skis, it's not going to impact the ink. It's actually going to stay intact. It's very scratch resistant and keep that beautiful artwork that we're so known for intact under the ski.
Thanks, Michelle. I love hearing just about the reuse of the wood, and that's amazing. For you, what excites you about coming into work here? What about Meier do you love, besides obviously the eco-friendliness of the skis, and get to work in an awesome ski shop?
Yeah, well, that's just it. I get to talk about skiing all the time, which is great. And I think we really attract this playful vibe. I think people are stoked on the U.S. craftsmanship, and that they just come in here excited to see how their skis are made. You can come in here any day of the week and watch our ski builders press skis. And the other thing is that our customers really embrace that at the heart of skiing, you should be having fun. Yes, we can talk engineering, we can talk tech specs. Blister Review just did an exhaustive study on all of that you can get as technical as any person would want. But mostly people say, oh my God, I haven't skied that from top to bottom smiling in years, sort of deal. And that's what it's about when people say, oh gosh, I'm not doing the double black moguls like I used to. Say, who cares? It doesn't matter. Are you having fun? And they say with our skis, they can have fun. They're lightweight, they're poppy, they're durable, and we really try to match people with the right ski. That's a big difference. You can have a great ski, and maybe it's not a match for that skier. And by making sure that we get people on that, we're promoting the sport, and I love promoting the sport. It's really fun. It's a little silly to perfect sliding down a steep mountain on 2 planks of wood, but that's what makes it so fun.
And have any of us really perfected it?
I'm still working on it. I'm falling gracefully. Yeah.
So the fun aspect of skiing.
Yeah.
What where do you like to ski? What do you love about skiing? Like, what are some of your favorite days out?
Okay. Well, I think it's it's changed over the years. It used to be all about adrenaline and how fast you could go, which is why I left Michigan to come to Colorado. It was a bit limited by vertical. But really, I look at open snow and see who got the most snow, and think about how much time I have. And that's an incredible part to living in Denver. After years living in ski communities, I thought, oh, all right, big city, but we have an incredible amount of areas accessible in an hour and a half from our doorstep. So really, I mean, what a luxury is it to say, oh, who has the best snow? Because I have all of these choices. So this year I've been at Winter Park a lot. I mean, Steamboat has been in this insane cycle where they just keep getting hammered sort of deal. Let's look at California. It's almost too much snow to ski is what they've had a lot, digging out the lifts and everything. And a great day on the mountain is, I would say, with good company. Yeah. And I usually go out for half a day, hoping for no lift lines. You can get a lot of turns in and then find a cold one somewhere.
Like right here.
Like here at Meier Skis, which is the most ski fun you can have in the city. We've got beer and no liquor license, so it's real free. I don't know if we should put that.
So I know there's so many awesome options in between the artwork and the different variants and the different models. What are your pair of favorite skis?
Okay, so personally, my favorite quiver. Can I have a quiver? Yeah. Okay. So my first Meier ski was the Duck, also known as the Annie Oakley in the length for women. And it's the same ski either way. And it's a very straight ski. It's mostly for advanced expert skiers that really like to control the radius of their turn. I also love the Quick Draw for its versatility. Nobody hates the Quick Draw. Everybody loves it. It's 88 underfoot. It's long time been our best-selling ski. I love getting people on it. If I have a front side day, perhaps families visiting from out of town in Michigan, it's really just zooms around the mountain and carves it up. The Wrangler is one of our newer skis, and that's a really hot underfoot. You're thinking, so it's the big Haas, but 10 millimeters narrower underfoot. So the Big Haas was 104 underfoot, the Wrangler is 94, and that's a really hot width right now. I think the ski industry tends to ebb and flow with how skinny and fat is trendy sort of deal, and we seem to be ebbing a little narrower. However, since it is spring right now, I would like to put in a plug for powder skis in slush conditions. So if you reframe powder skis in your head as a soft snow ski, right? It's soft snow, corn is soft snow. It is magical in the slush. You think, okay, I'm putting down these deep trenches, I'm trying to not leave my knee behind when I turn in this deep slush. Get a water ski, get on top of it, get the Eureka, get the Strata, get the Homegrown, which is my other favorite ski. My second ski with Meier is the Homegrown. And that is actually going to become a unisex ski with added lengths this upcoming season. You're the first to hear about it, actually. It's 113 underfoot, has a subtle 5-point design, and it's just really playful. Anytime you can get an edge in, it really excels and is very turny in the trees and everything, despite having a lot of ski underfoot at that 113 width.
So this morning, Will and Kai and I, we were out backcountry skiing. Yeah. I love backcountry skiing. I'm probably 50-50. A lot of the skis that you mentioned today, I think, tend to be more resort specific.
That's true.
Okay. I was skiing on the Prospector. I've been skiing on it the past few years. I love it. I love skiing in the backcountry with it. Could you tell me a little bit more just about some of the backcountry ski lineup that you have?
Yeah. Well, you gave us a great lead-in because the Prospector was developed for people that kind of split their time between resorts and backcountry. One ski that can do it all, despite me saying I need a quiver. Sometimes you do have to make that difficult choice and start somewhere. And the Prospector was designed for that. It's light enough to be a star uphill, but burly enough to be able to handle some speed and some chop, because I'm sure we were talking about the conditions today. Sometimes you've got to muscle through a few spots. I would say the star of our backcountry lineup right now is the Crosscut. It's Crosscut BC backcountry, and again, it has that subtle 5-point design where it's got that broad shovel that gives it a little bit more of a surfy feel, and it's got this Engearment component in it that adds torsional rigidity without adding weight for the tech people out there. And it's become really popular, and more of our guys are actually using it inbounds as well. So it can really go all over. So we've got the Prospector at 96 underfoot, the Crosscut at 104 underfoot, and then beyond that, people can even use, the dock, the leaper. It really depends on your goals, sort of deal, and where your terrain is. The more snow, bigger ski, but it's also heavier to haul uphill.
So another thing, in looking at some of this awesome artwork here, could you talk to me a little bit about some of the artists that you've worked with, the inspiration for these graphics, and there's so many cool different artwork from different artists.
Yeah, well, this one right here is a fun one because this is artwork by Chuck Sperry that he did for Widespread Panic. And those are two passionate fan bases. So that's what we really look for. We released a limited edition Allman Brothers this year, which, OG jam band in a lot of people's eyes. And we really look for that passionate fan base and people that like to have fun. Are you sensing a theme here, sort of deal? So we've got a lot of ties to the music industry, and another passionate sport that dovetails quite nicely with skiing is fly fishing. So this Rep Your Water lineup does really well. We've got rainbow trout, we've got heads or tails, all hand-drawn by Garrison Doctor, one of the co-founders of Rep Your Water. And beyond that, if you don't find something that strikes your fancy in our library of existing graphics or partner graphics, you can design a one-of-one. You could have your van on it, your favorite conglomeration of indie ski areas, maybe a topo of your favorite climb, something like that. Really, the possibilities are endless, and you can put on any model to truly have a one-of-one ski.
So this awesome ski shop here, where you make the skis right here in Denver, Colorado. Anyone in Colorado can come in and check it out and check out all these skis that we're talking about. But tell me a little bit about where else, if somebody isn't in the Colorado area, where else they can find your skis, and what else to know about?
Yeah, well, we've got a network of dealers throughout the U.S. where you can try before you buy or directly purchase. If you go to our website, we've got a dealer list there. We've got a big presence in New England. We know that there's a passionate ski following there, throughout the Midwest and the West as well. And a lot of these shops have our skis mounted up with demo bindings where you can talk to the customer service and get matched with a model and take it out for a little bit. We also do free on-mountain demos throughout the season. You were talking about Ski Cooper, a little gem of a resort. We love the independent resorts. We had a demo up there about a month ago, and just had people taking out model after model as the conditions change. So that's really fun opportunity. And why Meier? I mean, we have eco-friendly, let's say, that might not be top of mind for everybody, but the high performance might hit top of mind. And then the story behind it. I mean, if you want to talk about why, this subtlety in your skiing might be lent towards this ski model, we're here to do that for you, and we intimately know the product, and we are the people that stand behind the product. You can meet the people that build the ski, you can meet the people that deal with all the nuances of the ski buying process, and we're actual real live human being that wants to get you out and enjoying the ski. It doesn't serve our sport or our business to match you up with an incorrect model. It's time on the mountain is precious. It is difficult to get out there. You have to put on all the clothes, the helmet, the goggles. You really want to enjoy your time once you get there, and that starts with having the right equipment under your feet, and we're really passionate about finding that.